Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome in to Snap's Best Bets Edition. We do this every single Friday where me and Aaron Murray hand you our 3 best bets that we like on the college board this weekend. Again, football is in the air right now. You can feel it. Great night of college football last night. Go Mountaineers. What can you say? Papa Bezos and the boys back on Amazon. Troops versus Brissett. Just an absolute gem of a game. Really exciting stuff, Aaron Murray. How you feeling on this Friday?
Man, I'm feeling good after this show. I'm about to get my butt in the car and drive to good old Stark, Vegas. So for those watching the show, I've never been to Starkville. I played there once, but never really been on the town. So send me some suggestions because I'm guessing there's not a lot to do in said Stark, Vegas.
Whoa.
Hey, is it like the place to be? It's not Oxford.
Look, it's not Daytona Beach. Okay, it's not Daytona Beach, but like all colleges, it's got wonderful little gyms. Main Street was really cool. The one time I went out in Starkville. So have fun, Aaron. I think you're gonna have a better time than you're expecting. I believe that. Aaron, do you know off the top of your head? So you were 4-2 going into last week. Where are you at best bets wise now overall?
I am 6-3. I was 2-1 last week. So feeling that season's coming to me. And usually for these bets, it's kind of hard early in the season. You're kind of guessing. You really don't know what certain teams are going to look like because of transfers, because of freshmen, injuries, new coaches, this, that, and the other. This is when I'm going to jinx the crap out of myself right now. But this is when you usually start to hit your stride. You kind of have a better feeling of what these teams are, who they are, and what they're going to do each and every week based on the opponent. So, but I'm happy as hell. 6-3, being that far over 500 is a good start to the year. What are you at?
Yeah. So big weekend last weekend. Went completely undefeated on all college picks last weekend. So 3-0. So 5-4 now. I needed that. You've been 2-1 every week. You've been like a metronome, very consistent and dependable. I went 1-2, 1-2, 3-0. So I'm a little more volatile. Like I am representative of the early season volatility that you are talking about right there. Now, Aaron, remember, we are brought to you by FanDuel Snapses. And if you sign up for FanDuel, download the Sportsbook app, and you live in a state like Louisiana or Kansas, where online gambling is allowed, you just gamble right there from your phone. It's incredible, man. I freaking love it. If you sign up, though, promo code SNAPS, always got all kind of great promotions and deals going on. Let's dive into it. Aaron Murray, what is your first best bet of the weekend?
My first best bet of the weekend, I'm going to the Plains, baby. Missouri going to Auburn. This game's going to be ugly, and I'm talking about ugly. I believe 12 o'clock kickoff, so 11 o'clock Central Time kickoff for that game. And TJ Finley's out, which I don't know if that's good, bad, whatever. Got banged up last week versus Penn State. So now they're turning to their backup, Robbie Ashford, full-time.
Robbie Ashford, and the most EPL-sounding name in the entire SEC. Can Ashford lead the victory in Mizzou?
And it's going to look like a soccer game, T-Bob. It's going to be like 3-0 in our soccer terminology. You're talking about an offense for Auburn that's just – it was not very good with your current quarterback. Robbie's extremely one-dimensional. They were excited about him throwing it. He's gotten better, but not enough to where I'm super scared. Like, this may be the opportunity for Zach Calzada, the transfer for A&M, to possibly come in there and make some plays. If he plays well, then all of a sudden you got some quarterback controversy there for the Auburn Tigers. But I just don't see them scoring a lot of points. Just a very weak offense overall for Auburn. With a new quarterback, trying to most likely change up their scheme a little bit. You're going to see a lot more quarterback run in this game. So the game's going to fly by. It is going to be a lot of run. Clock is going to continue to go. And then to flip it over to the other side, Missouri's just bad. Maybe the worst team in the SEC. It's kind of them or Vandy, and Vanderbilt's, I think, playing a little bit better right now. So no identity on offense. You better hope that your freshman phenom receiver gets a couple more punt returns, because right now I just don't see them scoring a lot of points. Auburn got embarrassed. Ass whooped last week by Penn State. You know they're going to come back pretty hot on the defense side of the football. They're too good, too talented to get embarrassed back-to-back weekends. So, man, this is going to be an ugly, ugly game. Should be a quick game and low-scoring game. So take that under 51.5. I may literally bet my mortgage on it. I'm feeling that good about this one.
Okay, dude. Well, you do feel, I mean, I love it. I love it. I didn't see it when I looked at the board, but the second you said it, I went ahead, hopped on FanDuel and bet it. My first best bet of the weekend is a stinky boy, Aaron. It's as stinky as any diaper that me and you have ever changed. It's USC in Corvallis, Trojans -5.5, Corvallis, Oregon State. And look, I get it, guys. I get it. Okay. SC's hot right now. Oregon State's fine. You know, they're nothing like crazy, right? They went to overtime against a Fresno State team that SC just beat the crap out of. So why then did this number start at 6.5? And why now is it all the way down to 5.5? Obviously, this is a bit of a trap. You're supposed to be like, sure, USC will cover the -5.5, right? And all the sharps that I'm talking to, everybody's all over Oregon State. Fade the public. The public are idiots. Well, guess what, Aaron? I am the public, okay? I am. And it's like Chad Johnson, Ocho Cinco. It's like he said about a foot fetish. He said, it's not a fetish, it's a way of life, okay? And so the petit Trojan boy, it's a way of life. And this little petit Trojan boy is riding once more with the boys out west. Fight on USC -5.5, dude.
Don't let him trick you, T-Bob. Go with what the film says. The camera in the sky, the eye in the sky never lies. And USC, they're them dudes this year. So I'm with you.
Yep.
I like that bet. Good for you on that one. My next one, I'm super torn on this one. I don't love it, but I just kind of have a gut feeling about this game right now. It's Texas A&M versus Arkansas, a neutral site there in J World. And I like Texas A&M right now, 2.5-point favorite in this game. Just going back and watching Arkansas. We talked about it yesterday. White DB alert. That's never a good thing. Arkansas's trash on the back end. The worst passing defense in all of America. And you say, Aaron, but A&M can't throw the football.
Yeah.
Well, I get that. I get it. Last week was not great. I thought it was obviously a step in the right direction with Max Johnson now at the helm, now being the starting quarterback there for the Aggies. And let's not forget, they were without I think their best receiver in Evan Stewart, who got suspended just before the game. I think threw a major wrench into that game plan. I think you're going to see an offense that's going to take a major step in the right direction. I'm telling you guys, the Arkansas DBs are trash. Max Johnson, second game starting in the system. He's got his full arsenal of weapons by his side. I think he goes out there, has a heck of a game, throws a few touchdowns, gets this Aggie offense moving in the right direction, building some confidence. Plus, this is a must-win, I think, for A&M. You look at their schedule and you see what they're about to get into with SEC West play, all the pressure on Jimbo, all the pressure on this team. They got to go out there and show out this game to get that momentum. Plus, I like their defense. Their defense is really good. I think they're going to find a way to bottle up KJ and keep him inside that pocket. Don't let him beat them, with his leg. So I like the Aggies, 2.5 points. Jimbo, this offense, they're going to shock the world.
Okay. I mean, look, Aaron, this is so for whatever it's worth, I've been coming to this the last couple of days where it's the same thing. Like there's so many weird weaknesses, strengths that I too my gut feeling is A&M. I said it last night on a pod. Like that's my gut feeling. I can't give you a great reason why. It's a lot about Max Johnson, and yeah, that's so. I'm kind of. Do you think there's a lot of points in this game? I know that sounds kind of weird, but like I mean A&M's defense, I'm still not completely sold on. I still like KJ.
I'm gonna pull up what's the over under on this game. Point wise, do we have it?
Oh wait, yeah, here, hold on. I got it.
There we go. 48.5. Over under 48.5.
I think I'm feeling the over, dude.
I'm feeling the over too. I was just about to say, I kind of think this is a game that's going to be anywhere in that 28 to 24 kind of range, 28, 21. I think both teams get into the 20s because I do think KJ is one of the premier quarterbacks in this league. He'll be able to put together some drives and put some points on the board. And there's going to be obviously an urgency to kind of score because they know their DBs are trash. So yeah, I would lean towards the over in that one.
Yeah, I'm not. It's a little too weird. I don't understand the game well enough to play it, but if you wanted to, that's what I play. All right, my best bet number 2, and this is going to be one that's going to make you sweat, just like Syracuse -2.5. made you sweat last week. And you could say luck or whatever, but hey, man, it's football. I'm
Go Orange.
going Baylor at Iowa State, and I'm taking the Cyclones minus 2.5. One thing about this is it has a lot of these same, well, it's funny, right? I just said I am the public, and now I'm picking this game because it feels, again, like a trap, right? The same way last week that Washington being favored over a favorite at home, over a ranked Michigan State team that had way more kind of brand awareness. You're like, why is Washington favored? You're like, they probably know some. I should bet that. Well, that's how I feel about this game. Baylor's got the bigger brand awareness right now. They're still ranked 17, I believe. Iowa State, it's so funny, man, how quickly we all forgot about Iowa State. Toast of the town going into last year. Then Breece Hall and company don't perform like you expect them to. Nobody talks about Matt Campbell anymore. You look right now, these two defenses, and look, Iowa State, they both got nice wins, right? Iowa State over Iowa, Baylor over, so their schedules to me are kind of a wash at this point. The defenses are basically a wash. Iowa State's got the number one defense in the conference right now, but like Baylor's right there with them. So what is going to be my deciding factor, Aaron? The same thing that I built every best bet off of last week, the quarterback. And even this is not a super large gap, but I think it's enough to push me over the edge. If you look at the senior Hunter Deckers at Iowa State going against the sophomore Blake Shapen at Baylor, I do think that Deckers is a little bit ahead right now. He's completing 75% of his passes, 250 a game. They both average 7 yards per. He's got double the amount of touchdowns. He got a couple more picks, but Deckers pushes me over the edge. With all things else relatively equal, they're also at home. Give me the Iowa State Cyclones minus 2.5, the unranked Cyclones against the ranked Baylor Bears.
I like it, T-Bob. All right, my last big bet for the week. Maryland on the road versus Michigan getting 17 points. It's a lot of points. I like this Maryland offense with Talia Tagovailoa.
That's how I've always said it. I could be saying it wrong. I've always said Tagovailoa.
Talia going to go out there and do his thing. He's going to channel his brother, what he did last weekend for the Dolphins, throwing some touchdowns there. I like this Maryland offense. They got two runners right now. They're averaging over 9 yards per carry. They're not going to get that versus Michigan on the road.
Wait, but what?
But they got, they hit the top two backs over 9 yards per carry. They've returned this season all 5 offensive linemen. They returned majority of guys on both sides of the football. This is a very good football team. It's going to be loud. It's going to be tough to play there, but they have experienced players there for the Terps. And for Michigan, I know there's a lot of excitement right now with J.J. McCarthy, but they haven't played anyone. This is going to be his first legitimate start against a quality opponent. How does he come out? I think he's going to come out a little bit slow. I think they can keep this thing close. Maryland does. I think they end up winning the game. I'm talking about Michigan, but not by 17. Once again, Maryland has some dudes on offense. They can run the football, and I want to see J.J. McCarthy do it against a legit team and not a bunch of scrubs like he's been playing against for the first 3 games of the season.
Yeah, let's figure out if he really knows where the communists are or if he's just all show and bluster and beating up on the small guys. That was like a reach, okay? I was trying to do a McCarthyism joke. It didn't exactly work, Brum. I can hear you rolling your eyes, so I don't want to hear it, dude. All right, my final best bet of the week. I am heading out to the Pacific Northwest, Pullman, Washington, a tiny town with nothing going on. You think Starkville has nothing going on, bro? Pullman is small. And granted, Pullman's a weird place to play. But I'm rolling with the Oregon Ducks, minus the 6.5 at Washington State. I know, look, I go Cougs, okay? I love the Cougs. One of my best friends in this world is a Coug. It's at Dunlap. So it hurts me to do this. But I like Oregon, man. I do just kind of think about this. What would this line have been before the season? And that's not to say that matters, but the only reason I bring it up is because we knocked Oregon so hard for what happened against Georgia that a lot of people lost sight of how actually talented that team, how much returning production that team has coming back. They beat the hell out of BYU. So yeah, I don't care about Oregon's numbers statistically right now because UGA just made everything wonky. It just kind of ruined their entire statistical outlook on the year. I think they're the better football team. And again, I love what's going on in Pullman. Go Cougs, but I just don't think they're as talented. And so I think this is still an Oregon team that Vegas kind of trailing, maybe undervaluing a little bit because we've seen them get so just dismantled on the biggest stage. So Oregon -6.5 at Washington State. We'll see.
I like it. I agree with you. Sometimes you have to look and say what team is just better. What has the better athletes and the better? I would even say better coaching a little bit too. That's Oregon and Bo Nix plays well once again, just not against them dogs. But no one plays good against the dogs. They're that good. So I think Bo Nix is going to continue to impress this entire year.
Do you have any bonus plays this week, Aaron Murray?
No bonus plays. Nothing really jumped out to me. I love my 3
Yeah.
picks. Like I said, that first pick I'm feeling so good about. So that kind of makes me nervous how good I feel about that under 51.5 for the Auburn Missouri game. But just kind of looking at the board now, I'm interested in that Clemson Wake Forest line, 7.5 points right now. Wake Forest getting 7.5 at home. I just don't love Clemson and that offense. Just way too inconsistent to start the year. I love Wake Forest. I love their quarterback. I think they have an opportunity at home to make that thing closer. So I would kind of maybe look at that one if it stays over 7 points, leaning towards Wake Forest a little bit, but not completely sold on it.
I'm a little scared. I can't quite get there with Wake just yet in this game. Okay, I got one bonus play. No Penix Pump parlay this week. Even though I should have looked that up. If you want to avoid the ultimate trap line, the USC line, I do love Rutgers +7.5. Home dogs, Iowa coming to town. I was impressed with how Rutgers came back against Boston College. The under in that game, what's it at? Probably it's like 33 or something.
33.5.
Yeah, that game in which there will be no scoring, and you could still just probably say F it and take the under. But Rutgers +7.5, as PFT says, sing me a song, little Shano man, and let's cover this game at home. That is best bets here on Snaps. We do it every Friday. Both have winning records right now. Fingers crossed going in the weekend. We'll see, boys. But check it out. We'll be back Monday. Actually, we'll be back Saturday night, tomorrow night, with a little Snaps After Dark, which is always very fun. And then Monday through Thursday, every single day, 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central, right here on the Volume Sports YouTube channel. Sub to the pod, all that good stuff. Shout out FanDuel. Shout out to producer Ryan Brumley and QB1 Aaron Murray. And we will see you Saturday night.